Hi, military top brass. It's Dr. Tammy Towers Parry. How are you guys doing? I'm just wondering how my military tribunal's going. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you what I mean by that, and excuse me as I strike up my mockery voice, because I think, as a lot of you know, I use this mockery voice when I'm feeling angry, when I'm feeling frustrated, because it's a whole lot easier than, losing my temper, raising my voice, losing my mind. So I'm just wondering how the military tribunal done on my behalf is going. How long do these things take? Well, why do I say that? I'll tell you why. Because, as per the executive order dated 12/21/2017, I'm a victim, per that order, which was an act of war against corruption, fraud, and crimes against humanity. In December, the beginning of December, as you know, I was kicked off Alaska Airlines, even though I'm a doctor, even though I read the instructions on the side of the box that literally say this mask does not prevent COVID-19. I mean, outside of just good old-fashioned common sense and rights. Even though I know that masks cause infection. They don't prevent it. They're dangerous. And they cause cancer. They cause things like microscopic volcanosilicosis, and a host of other diseases. I asked for my mask exemption, which I'm entitled to by law. I have an irrefutable pulmonary intolerance, even independent of my rights, even independent of the fact that I can read the side of the box, even independent of the fact that I have good old-fashioned common sense. Well, you know what happened. They kicked me off the airplane and they put me on the ban list, even though I complied, because I was on my way to a chemo infusion. So even though I complied, and you saw the rolling evidence, it's irrefutable, it's proof. Not only did they kick me off anyway, they put me on the ban list. That was in December. The reason I'm asking is because I see a lot of you top brass higher ups say things like, live your life. Well, my goodness, wouldn't I love to live my life? Wouldn't I love to be spending the summer enjoying it amongst my peers, traveling around the country, being with people, teaching people, like I've always done? But I can't, because you guys are in charge of the airspace. And if nothing else, you're in charge of my tribunal because of the crimes that were committed against me. And the reason I know it's sorry, it cut off. The reason I know it's your purview is because I did the proper channels. I turned Alaska Airlines in, described everything that happened, and with the rolling evidence, into who? The Inspector General at the Department of Transportation. I had a little number to prove it. They came back and said, well, fraud, corruption, that's not a purview. Absolutely, it's not. Because those things fall under the executive order, which was an act of war against fraud, corruption. It's not their purview. It's your purview. That was December. So yeah, I'd love to live my life. But my goodness, I've had to drive 4,000 miles by myself just to get medical care in the recent past. You think I wouldn't like to be other places amongst my peers where I've been invited to spend time with people that I really enjoy, that I'd love to meet, doing what I usually do, passing out constitutions and spending time with children? You think I wouldn't like to be doing that? Of course I'd like to be doing it. But I can't fly. I'm on the ban list. There's only 2 airlines that allow you to fly without a mask. One's Alaska, but not for me. I'm on the ban list. The other one is Delta. And my good friend Maria, she tried to jump through all their hoops and they still wouldn't let her on. So it's you guys. How's my tribunal going? It should have been over a long time ago. When will I know the results? When will I get restitution? At this point, I think we can safely say you're now targeting me because you're not doing your job. And one more thing. I am standing with the children. So every airline industry out there, and I've written letters to, I think, 5 of the airlines, the side of the box says, masks cause infection.